Greetings to all my SEO friends and family. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's called Graph. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you're new to the channel or already a subscriber to the channel, either way, make sure you hit that like button. With that being said, in today's video, we're going to talk about everything you need to know about link building. All right, about building backlinks. Okay, this is more of a concept. I'm not really going to go through, step by step. Do this, do that. I'm going to tell you some things to do, but ultimately, if you understand this concept, this, I don't want to say philosophy, but yeah, pretty much this concept, you can pretty much build, you'll know what to do with building backlinks. Now, with that being said, let's move to the next slide. This applies for local and affiliate. All right. Now, I do understand there are some different things in both. Well, there's some different things that you need to apply in local, that'll never apply in affiliate. Well, not never, but it doesn't necessarily apply or is needed in affiliate marketing. But the idea is, if you understand this concept, you can pretty much rank anything, right? So number one, you still need links. All right, you still need backlinks. They still matter. I watch a lot of YouTube and I follow, the top guys just like you probably do. And they'll, I don't want to say any names, but a lot of them will say, well, I'm going to say a lot of them, but a few of them will say, okay, I'm ranking for this keyword and that keyword, and I don't do any link building. Like, I don't build any backlinks. I don't do anything. One of the concepts that they use is they'll build an informational page, a quality informational page that is low-hanging fruit. Like, it can rank easily. So a lot of them are using keywords, searching for keywords that can rank really, really easily, but it's a quality keyword, and they're just letting people naturally build links. They're just letting that page get naturally links built to it, right? So they're just getting natural links, which is fine. It may take time to get those links, but essentially that's what they're doing. They're getting natural links to an informational page, and that informational page is then linking to their money page, whatever page they're trying to rank. So in other words, they're still getting links. They'll tell you, I don't do any backlinks. I don't build any backlinks, and so on and so forth. But links still matter is the point that I'm trying to get to. So you still need links, like period. You still need links. All right. Now, the second thing is on-page optimization is essential for what keywords you're going to rank for, right? So you have to do quality on-page optimization. I'll make other videos going through these steps in the future, but on-page optimization, it really determines what keyword you're going to rank for, what keyword phrase you're going to rank for. Now, my philosophy is I like to use one keyword phrase per page. So I know there has been a lot of content in the past and other videos where they'll tell you to use this keyword. Use these LSI keywords in your content and so on and so forth, there's nothing wrong with it. All right. Now, if that's your method, I'm not putting down anybody that's doing that. All right. So if you are using LSI and trying to rank for multiple keywords, that's great. Keep doing it, especially if it's working for you. Don't stop doing what's working for you. Like, I'm not going to stop doing what's working for me and what I've tested and what I've seen. It works. So basically, I use one keyword. I try to rank for one keyword per page. Now, ultimately, you do show up for other keywords, right? Like, you're going to rank for other stuff. But my focus is, when I'm optimizing my page, I want to optimize it for one particular keyword. All right. And that keyword is the predominant keyword or the dominant keyword. And that's the keyword that I want to rank for. And that's the keyword that, I focus my efforts on ranking for, because ultimately it's the money keyword, right? It's the money phrase. So this third thing you need to understand about link building, you need to understand it's about how many referring domains you have pointing to your website, to your page, whatever you're trying to rank. It's all about referring domains. Well, it's not all about it, but this is one of the factors. How many different domains are pointing to your website? The more, the better. All right. The more referring domains you have, the better. So, yeah, that's all I'll say on that, because I was going to say something else, but I'm testing it right now. and the test is looking good. And I'll talk about that later in another video. So where do you get referring domains from? Guest posts. You can buy guest posts, guys. Guest posts work. They still work. A lot of people are running away from them. Don't really understand why, but guest posts still work. Guest blogging still works. And the different websites you get these guest blogs from will help you to rank. All right. So if there's, if you have 10 different guest posts on 10 different websites, kudos to you. Right. Now, we do understand that, other metrics matter, like trust flow and domain authority and all that other stuff. And how many referring domains does that website have pointing from it, pointing to your page? You get where I'm going with it, because it's 3 o'clock in the morning, guys. Forgive me if I'm all over the place. But guest posts, get as many of those as you can, right? The fifth thing, PBNs still work for power. I'm still seeing success with PBNs. So a lot of people are shy or scared of PBNs, but those still work too. Now, there is a problem with PBNs. The reason why I said guest post first is because a guest post is coming from an inner page of a website, right? So whatever the inner page of, whatever the title of your article is on that guest post, that'll be the name of the inner page. So if you're coming from, let's say, if you were lucky enough to get an article on Forbes, obviously you're not going to be on Forbes homepage, but they'll put you on like Forbes.com / how to make money online. If that's the name of your article. So you want to get as many guest posts as possible, because it's not coming from the homepage. So here's what I mean. Let me explain to you. Let me sum it all up. So you don't want to use only PBNs, because PBNs typically come from the homepage of that site. Now, it does look sketchy if you have 100 links pointing to your site, and you can have them pointing to different pages. But if all of those 100 links from PBNs are coming from the homepage, that looks sketchy, right? And those PBNs can be well put together, where there are no footprints. They can be using different hosting. They can be doing everything that they need to do in order to cover their tracks so they won't get caught. But if all of your links come from the homepage, then that can look kind of sketchy. So that's why I say get some guest posts, because those come from inner pages, and then use PBNs for power. It works. All right. Now, the sixth step that applies for link building is your anchor text ratio. All right. So what do you want? I apologize, guys. My son is up at 3 in the morning. Let me pause this video. All right, I'm back. All right, sorry about that. My son is just, I don't know what he's doing right now. But anyway, anchor text ratio, you need to understand that. And it's very simple. A lot of people say, do what your competitors are doing. They'll tell you, basically get a backlink, get some software that'll check the backlinks, like Hrefs or whatever. So you'll use a software like that, and it'll check the, where they're getting their backlinks from, and then they'll tell you what type of anchor text they're using, and they'll tell you, follow that percentage. I totally stopped doing that. All right, and I'll tell you why I stopped doing that, because there's something I discovered through my testing, just through building websites, and that is this. If you understand this concept when it comes to building links and putting together the anchor text, you can pretty much rank for anything. And there's 2 types of anchor text that will not be penalized, or that they're not penalized now, and I don't see how they can penalize them in the future. That is the naked URL, number 1, and number 2, the brand name or the site name. So when you're getting your guest post, or whatever type of links you're building, start off with your naked URLs and your brand names, your brand name or your site name. So obviously your naked URL of your website or the page you're trying to rank. So the naked URL is your www.yoursitename.com, or if the page that you're trying to rank is an inner page. So if the page you're trying to rank is an inner page, use the naked URL. And you can diversify this, of course. It can be www. All of this information, or you can have the HTTPS in front of it, mix it up, but you're not going to get penalized. You can use as many of these as possible. You're not going to get penalized for naked URLs and brand name. So the brand name is your site name. So if you have a website about plumbing, and it's called Bob's Plumbing, you can use Bob's Plumbing in a lot of your anchor text, and you're not going to get penalized for it, guys. Think about it. You're not going to get penalized for it. Think about social media posts, right? You're not going to get penalized. All your social media posts are pretty much going to be your naked URL. They just, Google just isn't penalizing you for this. So what I do, well, let me go to the next step first. So let me say this again. Your on-page optimization will determine what keywords you will predominantly rank for. So you can use your naked URL and your brand name a lot. You can use it a lot. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about overusing those, right? I'm trying to figure out how to best say this. What you have to understand is this. By using as many, URLs and brand names as your anchor text, that gives you the ability to use your exact match keyword that you want to rank for even more. All right. So now remember what I said here. Your on-page optimization will determine what keywords you will predominantly rank for. So just using your URLs and the brand name as your anchor text, you will increase in rankings just by using those. But what I like to do is when I get to page 2 or 3, that's when I start using my exact match keywords as my anchor text more. So typically, I still buy links. Like I buy guest posts and I buy PBNs. So, and I typically buy them in sets of 5. So if I buy 5, and let's say I'm on page 2 or page 3, doesn't matter, whatever page I'm on. What I'll do is if I buy 5 PBNs, because I typically I'll start buying PBNs for power the closer I get to page 1. And typically what I'll do is I'll buy them, like I said, buy them in sets of 5. And now, mind you, I've already bought guest posts and other links like that. And now I'm on page 2. So when I get to purchasing PBNs for power, what I'll do is I'll buy 5, and then I'll use one exact match. One exact match anchor text for whatever keyword I'm trying to rank for. So if I'm trying to rank for plumbers, plumbing service, Orlando, Florida, I'll use that, right, as my exact match keyword. And then my second keyword that I'll do is it'll be a variation of my exact match keyword. So it'll be something like plumbing, instead of plumbers, I'll say plumbing companies in Orlando, Florida, right? And then the other 3 anchor text will be just my naked URL or my brand name. But typically, I really like to use my naked URL, my URL for the whatever page I'm trying to rank. So that's pretty much it, guys. And I know I usually have more, examples and different type of stuff like that for my videos. But if you understand this concept, it really will work for you. It's been working for me. Obviously, I'm going to create more videos that detail these concepts a little bit more, but hopefully you got something out of this. If you understand this about building backlinks, you can pretty much rank for anything. All right, y'all take care. God bless.